Well, let's start the parade with Sun City, a horse that Telemon has identified as a very sharp son of the top sire Zoustar, and he should fit perfectly in Queensland with the incentive scheme QTIS. He was identified by leading international bloodstock identity David Redfers as the best Zoustar colt seen anywhere at auction of that particular year. Many agreed with his assessment, forcing David on behalf of Qatar Bloodstock and McEvoy Mitchell Racing to spend a record price of $525,000 that season for a Zoustar colt.
They paid plenty of money to get him, Mike, and here you can see exactly why they loved him so much. He comes from one of the most precocious commercial families in the stud book, and as you can see, he's an outstanding specimen. He's compact, he's an incredibly strong horse, he's got that massive hip and hindquarter and has got a great shoulder. He's in really good proportion, just matches up to that big engine room that he's got. So he's a beautiful moving horse, great walker, and you can see why he made such a good sales yearling, because that's what buyers love to pay money for. He was up and going early. This horse was in the first 2-year-old race of the season. On debut, he was runner-up in the same race in which Sunlight was beaten at her first start, and on that occasion he did miss the start badly, but he ran extremely well. They brought him up to Queensland, and 2 weeks out from the Magic Millions, he ran them ragged in the Group 3 BJ McLaughlin Classic. That was a great performance, and it launched him into the pointy end of the market for the $2 million feature race for Magic Millions 2-year-old Classic.
50, Sun City in front, Rhyme lifting, but Sun City's holding Rhyme, Sun City in front, and Sun City and neck to Rhyme.
So everything was set up for that, but unfortunately, in a cruel twist of fate, Sun City blundered at the Doomben crossing just after winning, and he returned with a big fetlock. We think this horse is perfect for Queensland. What I do love about this little horse is he looks like an early 2-year-old flying machine, and he was an early 2-year-old flying machine. So as everybody knows, with QTIS we can race here in Queensland. We can have a filly on a Saturday in town for a tick under 80,000 to the winner. Queensland runs more 2-year-old races than any other state in the first half of the season, and more than a third of Australia's early 2-year-old races. So what better way to breed for that scheme than a horse like Sun City?
Well, Dan, you've given us a terrific outline there of Sun City and what he did, but what about what might have been? Let's find out from the man that knows Sun City best, his former trainer, Tony McEvoy.
Tony McEvoy here, just with my thoughts on Sun City. Look, when I purchased this horse at the yearling sale, he was a quality sales horse. He had great depth and strength about him, beautiful muscle tone and balance, and moved like a panther. He had everything that I love about yearlings at the sales, and that's why we chased him hard. He always showed me great speed and told me that he wanted to be a 2-year-old. And I think Snitzel is the only colt to run faster time than him in the McLaughlin Stakes. That's saying something. Look, you know, it was very frustrating for us when he got injured leading into the Magic Millions. He was the rightful favourite. James McDonald was desperate to ride the horse and locked himself in to ride him, and we strongly felt he would have won that race. So his ability on the track was of the highest level. Had a lot to do with the Zoustars with my champion mare Sunlight. She ran 3rd in the Maribyrnong trial at her first start. He ran 2nd. She went on to some great things, as we all know, and this horse never got his chance. I mean, all the talent in the world until he was injured, so who knows where he could have ended up, but he always showed me that he was a high-level horse.
Sun City is a pretty sharp early 2-year-old.
Look, he's a class colt, this horse. He's all speed, and he looks the male version of Sunlight, really. You know, he's a short couple 2-year-old style colt, and that's what he was. He was a pre-Christmas group winning 2-year-old, you know. We've obviously had a bit of success with Zoustar with Sunlight and Lane Mean Machine. I'm a big fan of the horse. I think the stallion, his numbers are incredible, Zoustar, and I think no doubt he'll make a sire of size. And this horse is one to get to a pre-Christmas runner, and as we've seen in Queensland in recent times, if you can get pre-Christmas 2-year-olds, it can get you into the Magic Millions, and it can go a long way to win your size titles. And I think based on how this horse is bred and how he's put together and his pre-Christmas 2-year-old form himself, I think he's every chance to take out a first season sire title.
Well, like Julian said, you know, pre-Christmas speed in 2-year-olds, and that's what everyone's chasing, that Magic Millions dream. You know, he's going to throw these fast, precocious 2-year-olds like himself that are going to get up and run. And when you're racing for bonuses like the Kidder scheme in Queensland, you're not, you know, he is the ideal stallion to take you to those heights early on. It's going to be a quick return on not a big outlay for a service fee. I think he's value for money. You can see he's superstar on looks. You can see why he made $500,000 as a yearling. And I think it's an easy fit. Quick put in, quick take out.